I used to have a bag full of lip balm from Rite Aid, and I'm down to like my last 3. It's the end of a timeline. It's like taking my lips to the beach. I don't even think I can get this kind anymore. It's SPF 30. Yeah, they cut it in half. They all sell. They last time I went looking, it was only 12 you could get.
Oh, really? Now it's
gone. Things you can't get. History. Things that are history. Yesterday. Done. We're going to see a lot more stuff going away. The good news is a lot more stuff is coming in. A lot of it's, I don't know, high sci-fi bullshit. People playing with other people's lives. You know, people putting this stupid company by this guy. I call him the muskrat. That's because he's a scumbag. And he looks like a little muskrat, and he's a little white, rich white guy from South Africa. Yeah, his parents made all this freaking money from like slave labor and minerals and shit. And he comes over here and just said, I'm gonna just put a bunch of satellites in the sky, and I'm gonna make cars that are electric, and I'm gonna do all this stuff. And you know, his self-will, it's completely one run riot, and he's into that dark magic crap. His whole family is people that have that, like all the elites, their blood. They have the blood of lizards. The blue bloods. Why can't people be related to animals? Why can't human beings have the same animals as DNA as animals? You know? Who says that? Who said that can't be? Yeah. Oral's getting crazy, that's for sure. I haven't been watching. I haven't been on the internet really at all much. At all. It's hard to look. It's just nonsense. It's just waves and waves of bullshit. And even the love and lighters, man. That's why I called this talk Orphans with Parents today. You know, everybody's talking about how, you know, the healing has to be done. Let the healing be done, but nobody's having the conversations of what needs to be healed. Well, I know there's a very large percentage of the population on this planet who did not get the nurturing and love and care even when they had parents. Now, my mom was an orphan. Mom was born with club feet in 1950, and she wasn't adopted until 1953. So they put her in an orphanage for the first 3 years of her life. And then she was adopted, and then she had several tendon replacements, 5 or 6, before she was freaking 8 years old, 7 years, like, it was just absurd. It's just absurd. But by the grace of God, she can walk. Yeah. After years of freaking struggle, you know. I think she was 5 when she took her first steps, and she was in those casts with those little wooden nubbins on the bottom. Yeah. Very, very ornery, very spirited. She's Sagittarius, very, very fire, very, well, she's just a slow burn these days. But, you know, that's why it's so important that I keep, we're all the family we got, she and I, so, yeah, it's important that we stay together. It's always been important that we stay together. And, she had a lot of terrible things happen to her, and she couldn't exactly show up in the manner in which she wanted to. And I think about that all the time with the system that, and all the bureaucrats that have gotten freaking crazy out of control with the greed and the money and their titles and just bullshit. And us regular people are just having to wade through the freaking bureaucratic nonsense every single day. and nobody wants to do what they get paid to do, and customer service is dead and all this stuff, right? Everybody's mad. Why are they mad? Why is everybody mad? Everybody's heard about something, you know? And so I've been thinking about that. So all these people that are so doused in love and light, you know, like it's hard for me to even go into where, like, right on radio 2 and stuff like that, you know? It's just like, I don't know. There's a lot of spiritual bypassing going on. It's just, if people come at all aggressive, then they just get ignored. You know, you don't vibe high enough to be, I'm just like, dude, get away from me with that stupid bullshit. You know what I mean? You know, there's so many people, and that's why it frustrates me when they're like, I've said it too in videos, but I've changed my mind. I can change my mind. Maybe I'll change it back. The highest vibrational frequency is love. No, I disagree. I say it's truth. I say the highest vibrational frequency is truth. Because there's a lot of people in this world, they come into this world, we don't know what love is. We're just trying to figure it out. You know, everything that people told me love was, they contradicted themselves. So I've just kind of been through life, you know, and love is just taking care of stuff and showing up for things, people, animals, when it gets hard too. That's what I understand it to be. In the shell of a nut. But a lot of people don't. But how many people know what truth is? You know what a lie is. I know what a lie is. Even when I was being lied to, I knew what it was, but I didn't care. That's the thing, is I compromised myself for so many years. I'm going to be 48. Booyah. I'm so punk rock at heart. I'm going to be 48. Happy New Year. It's the new year. It's the new year. It's a happy new year. See, it ain't January 1st for people like me and people that think like it's, you know, the spring solstice. So, I freaking love Aries season. I just have had a damper because I'm just add another surrender is the reason. You know, I don't always get to do what I want to do in life. And sometimes, man, it just gets old. It just gets old. You know? And then something happens. And then, you know, things shift a little bit. And it's like, all right, I can do this for a little while longer. You know, hang in. It's just one day at a time. Just one day at a time. So, with all these people with all this love, you know, and love and light, and, you know, if you can't be angry and you can't, dude, it's Aries season, dude. People are full tilt aggro right now. People are losing it. I live in a town. I live in a tourist place, right? And you can just tell by how freaking people are gunning their engines. Pay attention. Open your window. Listen. If you live it, just like listen to the escalation of freaking just people's angst. You know, everybody's been shut up. It's been like a 2-year winter. It's what it feels like to me. It's been like it's winter for 2 years. And I knew coming into it, watch my videos 2 years ago in December, I start talking about it. It's a trip. It's a trip. I don't go back and watch my old videos. I don't know. These are just one-take wonders, but I taught, you know, and now we're on the other side of that, and it's like, what are people going to do with that? Did they learn how to become more healthy, or have they become more conscious? Do they care more about their health because they saw so many people around them get sick? Do they care about that? No, now it's all that freaking more, you know, shift gears to the BS over in Europe, you know, and I've been talking about that for years too. It's just how it's done on the cycle, man. It's just all the world is a stage. Shakespeare was not lying. Everything is scripted. Sports, they call them plays. Come on, man. Like, ain't no different than going down and watching your kid freaking dance around the three little bears on the stage. It's the same shit, only people pay a lot more for it, and we're all get all the gear, and that's my team. My team's gonna win, and no, my team's gonna win. I hate sports. I've hated sports my whole life. Having to drive from one end of California to the other one to appease a judge, listening to fucking Giants baseball games. Crack! Yeah! It's just mind-numbing. It never ended. And then that one would end after 3 hours. They'd turn the station. There'd be another one. Great. And I'd have no escape. It's just... Yeah, that's all they talked about is that stuff, and they're just numbers and stuff. So I know, I've been paying attention to this stuff for a long time that Zach's talked about, He puts it together really cool, but he's also, and I've been talking since he really needs to learn astrology, and he's starting to learn it, but I think he would behoove, I don't know. He's an organic learner, too, so it's just like anybody else. See, that's the thing. There's all these practitioners that are like, pick my course, sign up for my course, learn how to do astrology based on my interpretation of these things, and all the data that I've collected. And it's great that these people, these practitioners and stuff, that they're all so focused and stuff. What are they freaking doing for other people? When is all this stuff starting to kick in? All the charity and stuff. I got the rest of my bags put together. I should have taken a picture of all the... I guess I could. Tuck, you're okay. You were sleeping, bud. It's okay. He's been upset in the evenings. Better? Oh, it's still... It's cloudy. Oh, it's stormy. It's stormy in the mesa. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. I love you the most. I love you the most. It's okay. Mm-hmm. You're a good boy. I love you, man. A little boy. Whoop, good boy. Good boy. The housing market is like, where I live, is freaking about to freaking take a... Dude, the people around here, there was a lot of money here. And it's like these people built these big, expensive adobe houses and stuff like this. And now there's a huge turnover and everybody's leaving. Julia Roberts left, so now everybody's bailing. She's off in the hills of San Francisco now. Probably closer to that owl in the Bohemian Grove. Hi. It's okay. Can I finish my talk? Come over here by Grandma. So all these people are leaving. There's no like big business in this town. It's touristy, but when it's not, when there's not snow on the mountain, it's less touristy. And I mean, there's like what, lakes? No. There's puddles. But I mean, I don't know, there's good and bad in every places. I mean, the mountain's really pretty, and it doesn't get too terribly hot here yet, but with everything's heating up in the world. But it strategically is a very good place. The water isn't too freaking saturated yet, and even if the poles flip, we're high enough, we should be all right. So that's a good thing, But so, and I've been trying to be open to more people myself in the spirit of practicing what I preach, because I can freaking be bitter with people that have overabundance of things that and everybody, and that's been me in a different life. That's been me in this life. That's been me I've always been pretty generous though, I'd say. But like, especially in the last 5 years, I get the importance of charity and like helping people, being of service to others. And it's not just because it helps them, but it does something to your spiritual conditioning that people need. When they're giving of themselves to help somebody else, you're not thinking about you. People think about themselves too much. They're all thinking about, what's going to make them happy, what they want to eat, what they want to drink, where they want to go, what they want to vacation, who they want to fuck. They're always thinking about themselves. And when so many people do that on a collective mass scale, this is the planet we get. We got a freaking perverted president that freaking does weird stuff with kids and that's passed on to his kid too. It's that family line, that privileged blood. They're all weird and whacked, man. That's why they're so secretive, because they don't want people to know all the butt stuff, gross stuff they do. It's absurd. And to them, they could call it their religion. It don't matter. It ain't right. You don't get to mess and tamper with people's free will. And that is, on a large scale, what those people are all about. Yeah. It's gross. And it happens in all kinds of ways. And a lot of this stuff is being exposed. And I feel for the people, the families of these people that this stuff, like, it ain't cool when your daddy's a pervert, or it ain't, or mommy or whatever, because it's not gender specific, man. People's freaking twistedness. And see, and you know how I know that so many people do this stuff is because so many people freaking drink booze. And alcohol freaking puts people in a mindset that, like, I can see it. A guy is getting faced, right? He's getting shitty. He's drank a bunch of beers, right? He's probably dehydrated, drinks a bunch of beers, sees a girl. The girl reminds him of a girl that he knew when he was 15. She's a 15-year-old girl. He, on alcohol, has a perception problem. He gets things twisted. In his mind, he's time machine. A song comes on when he was 15. Boom, he's 15. He's not, in real life, he's 30-something, right? But nostalgia, the old days. Alcohol does weird stuff to people's minds. Bye, Nate. And so, he thinks he's 15. He goes after a girl, and she's like, oh my goodness, and stuff like that. He gets sober. Oh my God, what did I do? Right? But instead of people abstaining from drinking alcohol because they do dumb shit like that, they use that as a defense. I was drunk. I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. People don't understand. If you do stuff like that, you don't drink. So you don't get to. It makes you pick up demons. You do demonic things. You do wicked things. Whether it's rationalized in their mind or not. So these are more of the conversations that people need to start having as far as healing. So all those conferences and whatnot, the stuff that, you got to talk about the stuff that people have to heal from while you're sitting around the fucking campfire in the R&B in Sedona. It's freaking Hogwarts kindergarten, man. Spirituality for dummies. I hate that shit, man. I guess that one chick, though, she did come from a cult, supposedly. But I'm just like, what is the broadness of these people, these people that are teaching? What is the scope of your life? Like, give me the best day and the worst day of your life. What, and let us understand that most of those days in between have been good. You know, a lot of people have had very sheltered lives, you know, and they don't have to wait in lines. You know, they have like people in the city and stuff like that. They already got someone in their pocket, so they got someone calling them, you know. There's like so many different versions of people living on this earth right now, Ma. The imbalance is just gotten to a point that's out of hand. And it's going to come back. It's coming back around. And it's Aries season, and people that don't like fire, just get out of the way, dude. Don't freaking whine about it. Don't whine about how passionate people are, how excited people get about stuff. Yeah, that's too bad that you don't know how, sucker. That's too bad you don't know how. Yeah? All over social media, I see like these parents talking about, you know, their kids and how they can't believe their kids are doing this and they can't believe their kids. And I'm like thinking, I bet $5, I bet you are one of those parents that reason with your children. Okay? It's time for bread. You need to go brush your teeth, okay? Go brush your teeth. It's time to bed. Or reason with them. How many people have freaking food issues today? When they feel bad, they eat because when they were younger, their parents said, if you're good, we'll go to McDonald's for some French fries. Well, there's a lot of people that are good in Taos, New Mexico, because that drive-through is freaking full all the time getting that fat people food. You know? Stupid. Stupid. The choices people make, man, these are our soul sacks. You're supposed to honor your soul sack by at least moving it around every now and again and not putting so much weight on it. It weighs down your bones and makes your joints hurt, and then people have to go freaking get knees replaced, stuff like that all the time. What kind of weird system is that? So, what I've been doing is I've been trying to focus on the changes I want to see in this world. So, for example, I'll end up on this. They took, you know, instead of the system providing her parents with the means, that's why I know this whole system that I see that is falling down, I'm really happy for. I kind of feel like it's justice for Ma. Because all these people, because instead of like the systems designing themselves to help the parents to keep the children in the family with the parents, right? But no, that's how CPS started. She has cleft feet, you can't take care of her. We're taking her to give her to people who can. You know, all they had to do is to provide the means in the household, but that was, you know, too much. You know. Thank goodness I'm learning about all this, like, this ancestry hurts and stuff like that, broken stuff, and I'm healing in it for a lot of my family line, because, you know, everything that I get over, that's just me healing the family line. If I can die sober, not drunk, not booze-ridden, freaking crazy loon alcohol, wet-brained, like the president is a freaking douchey, wet-brained drunk. Dude, that's what his problem is. He's too much scotch in his life, and his ego is out of control. That's what happens when you drink too much for a number of years. And you don't have enough discipline to ever keep yourself from causing harm. It's like they perpetuate themselves from it. It's so gross, man. What the world's become. And all the clocks are syncing up. All the clocks are syncing up on the wall. People are all looking at the same elephant in the room. It just so happens that is a little elephant. So, the awakening. Are people figuring it out? You know what a lie is? I know what a lie is. I know what I'm being lied to. Just like, man, why did you gotta lie? Because that always puts us in a freaking category, man. There's always a point that, you know, you don't got people. I don't know why they choose lying. It doesn't. And I've known so many people. I used to have a supervisor when I was in the Air Force, and I don't know how the fuck he got in. Dude had a lazy eye. I'm like, whoa, whoa, how did you get in? You know, with a freaking drifty eye. He was a shady guy with a drifty eye. So, everybody just knew that everything he said was bullshit. Just blah, blah, you know? And I was thinking about that. Like, all the people that I worked with in the shop, most of them stayed in and did 20. And now they have, like, their compounds with their ATVs and their fucking 6 kids, you know? And it's like, what do you do for other people? How do you pay that forward? One guy, the freaking military even freaking paid for one of his kid, had, like, all kinds of seizure trouble and shit like that for years. They got a handle on it. But still, I mean, that's like, why can't everybody get that? Because you put on a freaking, you dress like a fucking bush, you don't gotta pay for that shit, but, you know, people on the street do? This shit's lame. That's all the stuff that I'm stoked is dying. It's dying. There's so much, you know, and maybe this, the way I look at it, you know, I'm Native American. You know, at some point, somebody takes people over, you know, and I'm tired of people being taken over. Where in history has it ever been written where people can just freaking, you know, be cool and, you know, fucking not hurt other human beings, you know, and live and be able to travel where they want to go and stuff like that? You know, when has that ever happened? Why can't we make that happen for a little while, and then the freaking opportunistic, freaking psychopathic, freaking narcissistic bullshit can, you know, reign their power? You know, the Swingin' Wiener Club. Don't you know who I am? I'm the boss of you. Freaking all the fucking misogynistic bullshit. It happens to all of you at some point. It does. It's just the price of being a dude, you know, and you see everywhere I go, it's like extension, dude, you can't hang on to that. You can't. All you can do is for the fellas, take care of yourself, be a decent guy, don't be freaking, you know, a dick. Don't beat up women, don't beat up your kids. You know, if you have a problem, talk to somebody, sort it out. You know, I know it's uncomfortable stepping into, you know, the softer side of yourself, the more feminine side coming into balance, but it's necessary. You have to do it. Yeah. That's all right. That's alright. I don't know. I see all the collaborations. I'm like, nobody ever wants to talk with me. Nobody ever wants to talk to me. I got all... And that's the thing, is like, maybe it's because I have actual life experience. Maybe it's because I've actually, like, lived life. And I haven't just, you know, sat behind a computer and fucking researched a bunch of shit. Yeah? Maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm fun to talk to. In real life, I'm way more fun in real life. I get people going. I get when I'm in a good mood, and it'll happen more in Aries season. A homie made some oil. Used about 2 pounds of flour in oil, so I made brownies, which I haven't made in years. I just got a box brownie mix. Calls for a 1/3 cup oil. So it was kind of cool to see him today at the coffee shop. Because he's from El Paso, and I think about Mom. One day, I'm gonna get Mom worked up go. We're gonna build her up soon to it, and she's gonna go out, and we're gonna drive over to the coffee shop. She's gonna go with me, huh, Ma? Yeah. Oh, you're sleeping? I always put her to sleep. I'm Mom's bedtime story. Anyway, things are getting crazy. Things are getting crazy. I'm doing where I'm at. Things are pretty chill, man. Things are just quiet. It's just more days. I haven't painted yet. I got my stuff. I've been trying to get the idea of what I want to do on one of them, and I got a pretty good idea. I'll just gotta pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger. So we've just been pretty quiet around here. There are sheriffs across the street. It's almost time of that year to stop giving fat cops new trucks on the back of my window. Because I'm sick of it. These people are a disgrace. The uniform's a disgrace. They're high school. And that's the thing, you know. Why doesn't everybody that just gets a high school diploma get the benefits that cops get, you know? Everybody's in the same amount of danger every day that they step outside that the police are. You know. Yeah, of course, they're more likely to walk into it, you know. But the benefits, I mean, their trucks alone are $70,000, $80,000 vehicles. And that's probably without the technology. And what do? You know, you're not supposed to drive and talk on the cell phone. You see them all the time, and they're in the shadow of their really, really, really extremely obnoxiously over-tinted windows. And all this shit we pay for. You know, while more and more houses are having freaking housing crises everywhere, man. All over the place. It's everywhere. And the tents are popping up out here. Popping up just in the gutters. Okay, I guess I'll live here because I can't live where I was. Are people really living all that service talk that they talk all the time? You know, of all the stuff that people do. I mean, how hard is it to buy a freaking bag, throw, you know, some socks and some... I got my freaking granola bars and put them in the bags. They're in the van, ready to hand out, you know. So the thing is, like, I gotta think of other people. I constantly have to think of other people. Because if I don't, I'll get idle. And it's a dangerous thing for me to just think about myself all the time. That's not comfortable. I don't like that version of me. Marge, the selfish, you know. It's all about me and what I want. I'm that person when I drink. That's why I don't drink. I don't give a fuck. Oh, when I drank? Oh, the things I don't care about when I drink. Oh yeah. So I don't drink today. So anyway, it's been we're doing pretty all right. Weather's starting to get nice. It was cold today and windy, but it is starting to get nice outside. It is spring after all. I love it. I love spring, although I am no spring chicken. So tomorrow's a new day. Just go out and fight the good fight. Try and not fight. You know, that was me just going to freaking Wally World today. I will just let everybody go. Just you first. No. You. No, because people are just freaking crazy, man. People are just me. So I'm just like, you. You know, just let them go. I will not compete. That is what I'm trying. Because especially come April 12th. Fury and fire, man. And people that aren't used to playing with fire. See, I've been playing with fire my whole life. I've always been playing with fire. Like, literally, too. I don't start things on fire to burn them in a destructive kind of way. That's weird. People that got that mentality. I would step through the fire and things like that. Just dumb kid stuff, but really, really fast. But and I love being hypnotized by fire. I love it. So anyway, but people that aren't used to it, prepare yourself. Yeah, maybe plan some little hideouts, some little timeout places, some little escape routes that you go hide in to get away from all the fire. But I'm curious as to see how fire is showing up in people's lives. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I meditated it today. Yeah, because I feel it. It's important that I meditate because it puts me in connection to a source bigger than me, you know. And when I can feel that peace for just a little while during the day and whatever I meet out there, yeah, hopefully I'll meet it with a level head. But I never can tell because, you know, sometimes I don't. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.